Gone, I think that's out. Yes, unfortunately Matthew Elliott stands has gone for a duck. That's beautiful bowling. It seemed to hit the thigh pad on the way through. That'll be a good one to look at and replay with the slow-mo. That's a big breakthrough for the West Indies.
Well, currently Ambrose certainly has been bowling very well, keeping the ball up to the bat. But let's see exactly what this hit. Matthew Elliott didn't seem too impressed with the decision. Perhaps just brushing the shirt on the way through, but it was very close. And Matthew Elliott has failed in his first test match for Australia after making so many runs previously. West Indies have struck. It's 1 down for 4.
Oh, that one gets away. This is a great start by the West Indies. This is what you expect at the test level. That's 4. It's 1 for 8.
Courtney Walsh is off, being replaced by Kenny Benjamin. That's a good shot. He's hit it well enough. That's way back, well over Curtly Ambrose's head. That was timed beautifully.
Oh, this is a beautiful shot. We know he plays this hook shot well. This is the first really short one he's got, and he was onto it very quickly indeed. And the man down at fine leg Ambrose stood there and just watched it. Kept going and going way over the top of his head. Beautiful timing. Ambrose is on the fence. You watch his reaction here. He just watches it and then just keeps watching it.
And Kenny Benjamin's the bowler. That's a good stroke. This will give us an idea about the pace of the ball across the outfield. Well, it's good enough because I doubt if Ponting timed that as perfectly as he might have wished. And yet it's still gone to the boundary, so there's a bit of speed and it will quicken up as the afternoon goes on.
Yes, that's wide and short. That's well played by Taylor. He's been waiting for one outside that off stump for a while. He's got that one away nicely. Not quite to the fence, but he'll get 3 here. He's been very patient, and that was one of his bread and butter shots. And he's hit it past him, so that's a half century to Ricky Ponting. He'll be very happy about that. He weathered the storm early on, and he's now got himself to 50.
Good start by Taylor, probably his best shot so far, and that could go all the way. Good positive start. That's 4. Good afternoon, Ian Chappell.
Good afternoon, Bill. Nicely timed on that occasion from Mark Taylor.
Cracking stroke. I reckon on the replay that will be not far away from the perfect pull, so that he's rolled his wrists on it and played it down pretty much into the ground. I think Courtney's going to be overpleased with that. I'll check if the smile is bursting through, but I doubt it. Gone. Played on. And Courtney Walsh at last has had a stroke of luck. It's been equal bad luck for Mark Taylor, trying to play a pull shot, a perfectly legitimate stroke. And the bottom edge down onto the stumps. This could be the breakthrough.
Well, the West Indies will be saying, well, at least they are due some luck. That ball was pulled from outside the off stump, getting the under edge onto the stumps. A bit of bad luck there for Mark Taylor, but persistence there for Courtney Walsh.
Ricky Ponting carrying the Australian flag, and with him Mark Waugh.
And straight to mid-on. Courtney Walsh is there. So Kenny Benjamin has at last got a reward for a very good spell. It looked as though that one may have hit somewhere down near the bottom of the bat. It certainly wasn't going at full power.
Yes, and I think the 2 men down in the deep on the backward square position tried to entice Ponting to pull it through mid-wicket. Excellent piece of bowling. It moved away off the pitch. That's what did him. He had to whip it from wide outside the off stump, straight to Walsh. The end of a very good innings from Ricky Ponting, out for 88, but excellent bowling by Benjamin. So it's 3 for 146.
Ambrose again. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. magnificently cut away, short outside off stump. Ambrose spins around there and walks straight back to his marker after that one. That was right off the meat of the bat.
West Indian captain continuing to bowl. That's caught behind. Mark Waugh is the batsman out. We've seen him out that way a number of times in his Test career. Rather loose delivery going down the leg side. Mark Waugh trying to whip it away. Only managed to deflect it as far as Courtney Brown down the leg side. Just off the bat there. An athletic catch there by the West Indian wicketkeeper. His footwork is nowhere near as good as some I've seen, but he's very acrobatic. He covers a lot of ground there, and the West Indian captain is pretty happy with that wicket. So Mark Waugh out for 38, and that makes Australia 4 for 196. It's in the air, and he's gone. First ball, Courtney Walsh ran up as though a man on a mission. He knew that he had an opportunity to break through here and get into the lower order of the Australians. He's bowled the ball just short of a length, the area that Michael Bevan has probably found most difficult against the faster bowlers. Again, he's hung the bat out. A little bit of bounce and a bit of movement. He's out first ball for a duck. Samuels, the fieldsman. Ian Healy, the batsman, who will be facing the hat-trick. And Ian Healy prevents it happening and gets off the mark.
It's well driven by Healy. The last ball of the over could go all the way. A very good over for Australia. The ball slowing up, but will just make it. 8 off the over, 5 for 234. Yeah. That brings up the 50 partnership and it's going to go for 4. '80th over, and that's cracked beautifully. That's 4 more. Too short, too wide. That's a good start, and that's what batsmen do like, a widest delivery with the new ball. He cracks that away for 4. Beautifully played, right over the top of that ball, Healy. This is a superb knock. There's another one. And Bishop is wrecking control, length, wielding under pressure really. He needs to bowl well for his captain and his team here. Giving him the opportunity with the new ball. Healy, a very dangerous batsman.
And that's gone to third man as well. We've seen a lot of runs scored in that area. All the way to the fence. Healy got that one away. So Ian Healy has got another 50 in Test match cricket. We'll keep a close watch here on Ambrose bowling his second over. Well, that's well bowled. A little bit of swing there. He's got that one on target. And back he comes for the second. And so that's Steve Waugh's 50. That's well played by Stephen Waugh. He's having a great time against the West Indies.
Steve Waugh's consistency in the last 3 years at Test level has been quite incredible.
Safely away again, and quite deliberate. No doubt about that. And Walsh may be shaking his head, but if he bowls it short outside the off stump, there's every chance Waugh will put it away.
And he's got one, yes, finally the change of angle gets the wicket. Stephen Waugh is gone by the change of line. They tried something different. Bishop went around the wicket. Lara come forward. Steve Waugh waited. And that's the end of a very good innings.
Let's have a look at this. Stephen Waugh waited because he didn't think it quite carried. It was quite low to the ground. And that's Lara coming forward there. And I think he wouldn't have reacted like that had it not carried to him. Because there he is on his way back now. And he made 66. It's 6 for 338.
Just the one slip in place with Ian Healy on 99.
And there it is for Ian Healy. Number 3, and that'll give him a lot of joy scoring it at his home ground.
Always very good to do well on your home ground. The entire Australian team and the spectators around the ground appreciating Ian Healy's effort. That has been a very good knock.
Not perfectly timed, but well enough.
We'll soon know if he intends to go at it absolutely flat out again. That was a real wind-up from Ian Healy. A flat bat away straight down the ground.
Again, over the top this time. The top spin working well again. So a good over for the Australians and Ian Healy, 6 for 404. In the air, gone. Fairly straightforward caught and bowled chance to Courtney Walsh. He takes his 4th wicket of the innings, the 7th of the Australian innings to fall. Ball rifle. Very disappointed with that. He's obviously enjoying his time out there and the partnership.
You won't see many more casual shots than that. It wasn't a change of pace, it was just Walsh loosening up. And rifle has just pushed it straight back to him, off a reasonably thick inside part of the bat. 7 for 407.
In the air, and it's going to go way over Ambrose's head and down to the fence for 4. Well, I don't know whether they specifically put him 20 metres in from the fence on purpose, but that shot takes Ian Healy to 133, the highest score by an Australian wicketkeeper.
As he took him on, he hit it as clean as a whistle. Ambrose was quite deep, but not deep enough.
We're going to watch Walsh continuing now.
He's hit pretty well. Right off the middle of the bat. In fact, he's cleared the rope. Got a very good piece of that one, Shane Warne, and hits 6 off Courtney Walsh.
Well, Shane Warne has stood his ground to these fast bowlers for sure. Hooper bowling on the leg stump line.
There's the 150 for Ian Healy, plus a few bonuses. That's very well played.
An excellent knock by Ian Healy.
It's going to be Bishop from the members' end. Oh, straight back went the pull shot, and that was a very good catch by Bishop. Good reflex catch. So Warren's out for 24. It's now 8 for 468.
Shane Warne looking to play a straight pull shot, really. Well, that's where it went, straight. He was trying to hit it just on the onside. Didn't quite get the timing right. A comfortable caught and bowled for Bishop.
It's got that high. There's a man down there, should catch it. Yeah, straight down the throat. A deep fine there, Kenny Benjamin. That was well caught. In the field a long time, and straight to him. And another wicket for Bishop.
Well, a reasonably easy wicket there for Ian Bishop. As I say, I think the instructions were sent with Kasprowicz when he went out there that we haven't got time to muck around. If you're going to get some, get them quickly. Well, unfortunately for him, he didn't pick the gap. Hold out straight down Kenny Benjamin's throat. So Kasprowicz, a quick fire 6 in his first test innings.
Got him. So that's it. Bowled out for 479. Australia. Very good comeback. They were 1 for 4. 5 for 196, and a very good recovery, a very good target that set the West Indies in the first Test match.
The Australian innings finally over with an imposing 479 on the board, the star being Ian Healy, who was unconquered on 161, a knock which included 20 boundaries. Courtney Walsh was the pick of the Windies bowlers, picking up 4 wickets in a display that tended to be too short on a wicket that was getting better by the hour. With the wicket probably at its best in nearly 2 hours to bat, the opening pairing of Campbell and Samuels walked onto the Gabba.
good stroke for 4. Samuels is a little bit of a stand and deliver man, but he didn't have much to do there with his feet. It's no wicket for 9. And McGrath now is at the Vulture Street end. Just away from the man at cover, and 4 runs. Very competent looking shot from Robert Samuels. West Indies go on to no wicket for 19.
Got him. Yes, he's out. No way that didn't go off the bat. Big deflection there, and that is the first wicket to McGrath in this West Indian innings. Samuels out caught.
That was good bowling by Glenn McGrath. Kept him tucked up in line with his body, and then one on-off stump going away. Robert Samuel just tickling that through to wicketkeeper Ian Healy. Then McGrath has struck for Australia. They needed an early wicket, they got it. Robert Samuels departs. It's 1 for 30.
Oh, gone! Good catch! Warren, a third slip, splashing at rifle. That went like a bullet. Warren grabbed it. I think it may be the second grab. That's a big breakthrough. Very good catching by the Australians, and the West Indies all of a sudden 2 for 43.
That's half the battle when you've got bowlers striving away out there late in the day. That someone will cling on to a fierce strike like that. That was a good effort. Nicely caught by Warren, and well bowled by Rifle, coming back after all those no balls at the Stanley Street end. 2 for 43.
It's going to be Shane Warne for the first time in this series, coming over the wicket.
Well, that's well played. He tossed that one up. It's hit down the ground beautifully by Lara. Running away down towards the fence, and it'll just get there. And that's the 50 for the West Indies.
Big shot for catch. It's gone! Edge onto the bat. That's a big breakthrough by McGrath. The ball popping up. Mark Waugh made the ground, trying to whip that away on the leg side. It was a shortish delivery. And that's a massive blow for Australia.
Well, that certainly is the wicket that the Australians would have wanted. Inside edge onto the thigh pad, and a good catch. McGrath has struck again for Australia. Bit of movement off the seam. Brian Lara goes. It's 3 for 77.
Shane Warne continuing now. Oh, and that's just missed the off stump. Well, it hit the bat, spun back, and it went straight past the stump. He tried to actually drag it away. Did he touch it? Let's have another look at this. This will be interesting. Here we go. Back he goes. It spins under the bat, bounces up. Healy is watching it. It's going towards the stumps. Did he get on his toe? He may just have got it away.
That's the attempted flipper, and that's 6. That's a nice bit of timing, about 5 rows back. Well caught in the crowd. Probably about 20 metres too deep, as far as Shane Warne was concerned, but the attempted flipper, Hooper onto it very quickly. He tends to look for the ball that's short from Shane Warne. He didn't only look for that one, but he found it.
He's got it. He set off there very quickly. That was well run by Carl Hooper. That'll take the pressure off him just a little bit. So he's gone to 50. He's made that 50 in 186 minutes, and he's hit 2 4s and a 6.
That's banged away, just off the fraction short. That's beautifully played. That's what you should do to leg spinner when you bowl your long hop at this level. And you did it beautifully.
Just out of the reach of the man at mid-on. I suspect on the replay we'll see that just about beat him in the flight. Didn't quite strand him, and he had enough common sense to go through with a stroke. It's 3 for 190.
Chandler Paul, we were talking about Chandler Paul being able to change his shots in the middle. Here again we see him not quite getting to the pitch, but just stretching to clear the man at mid-on.
479 the Australians. Paul Rifle to bowl. Shipnarine Chanderpaul taking strike. He's on 48. And that'll give him his half century. McGrath, the fielder, and nice time to hand over to Ian Chappell and Tony Green.
Thank you very much, Richie. Ninth half-century in Test cricket for Shivnarine Chanderpaul, yet to convert one of those into 100.
This could be close. Well, he's calling for the third umpire. We'll have to wait and see what happens here, but it's very close.
This will be a very nervous moment here for Carl Hooper. Very quick single attempted, direct hit. And I think he may have to wait. Then McGrath, the fielder. And that's great relief.
An elated Carl Hooper. That was very, very close indeed. Very close. Well, he has made it. His 6th Test century, Carl Hooper. His first against Australia.
Well, that is an unbelievable catch by Ricky Ponting. He's covered an enormous amount of ground. Carl Hooper didn't even wait for the umpire's decision in the end. A little bit of bat onto the pad, and Steve Waugh has done it again. He's removed Carl Hooper.
As we have said, nothing is taken for granted with this man has the ball in his hands. Look at this catch though. Brilliant. He had a lot of ground to make Steve Ponting. Came in a long way from square leg. Carl Hooper goes. He scored for 249. Jimmy Adams is the new batsman for the West Indies.
Jimmy Adams on strike. That's his first delivery. And, Steve Waugh finding a yard but pulling up very short.
Well, he's had a few problems with his groin, and he pulled up as he let that one go. I think it was a little bit of extra effort. He's had a lot of trouble in that area. No, he's not happy. I think he's decided to do the wise thing here, and that is to get back in the dressing room straight away.
So Ponting to bowl out this over. Got him, that's got to be out. Yes, plumb in front. Adams out for a duck. Ponting does the damage. What a breakthrough. Disappointment for Adams, but a great boost for Australia's chances.
Give him another over, I say. That one swung back, it straightened down the line, and having appealed a lot for LBW, at last we've seen one given. Now, the question is, did it bounce too much? I think it certainly straightened down the line. There we go, let's see where it hits him on the pad. Just above the roll, and he's back on that, yes, in fact, he's behind the line, so a good delivery there from Ponting. So, Adams, LBW, 2 Ponting for a duck. And the score 5 down for 255.
And a hand on it for Taylor, but he couldn't hang on to it. Chanderpaul will be thinking that that's the break he needs to go on and get a Test century. And this time he's taken, so Chanderpaul can't get past the 82. Paul Rifle continues that reputation of his for bowling well to left-handers.
This was beautifully bowled. Lovely piece of cricket. Just followed on Shane Warne dragging Shivnarine Chanderpaul away on the offside. Now Rifle has done it. That ball slants away and away and away. And then the outside edge straight into the safe hands of Mark Waugh. That was very, very good cricket. 6 for 267.
And umpire Mitchley has decided that Bishop is out. It was the flipper from Shane Warne, and he felt that it was going straight on and going to hit the stumps. Flipper from Warne, pitches well in front of Bishop, and in fact he may well have decided that Bishop wasn't playing a shot, and I think he's probably pretty right there. So Shane Warne has picked up Ian Bishop. He's gone for a duck. West Indies now with a battle on their hands to avoid the follow-on. They're on 7 for 268 here at the Gabba.
Back here at the gabba, and the batsman has walked. He's got an outside edge. That's beautifully bowled again. Classic medium-fast bowling from Paul Rifle. First of all, he's got Shivnarine Chandapur with one that went across the left-hander, and then he's produced the perfect late swinger, and that has accounted for Courtney Brown.
Yes, he really went reaching after that one, Courtney Brown, and he didn't even bother to look at umpire Randall. He was off, knowing that he'd presented an easy catch to Ian Healy. So the West Indies really with the stumbles now at 8 for 268. That was the flipper, and he's got it into the gap. Bevan, very fast, but not fast enough on this occasion. So they now need 7 to avoid the follow-on. And this time he goes over the top and hits it pretty well. Benjamin's not going to hang around in trying to erase this deficit.
That's good cricket.
Warren running through the tail enders, and he used the flipper to good effect on that occasion. There's the flipper again. There's a run there if they want it, and he's been given out by umpire Mitchley after quite a long delay. Ambrose was starting to run, so once again the flipper is causing these tail enders some real problems.
It's not a ball they see very often, and it's zipped straight up, straight on. It's 9 for 277.
Curtly Ambrose, who's been standing at the other end watching all this mayhem, now has the opportunity to try and hit the 3 runs that the West Indies need. And he has, and he's caught. Caught it mid-on. A good catch there taken by Jason Gillespie. So the West Indies have failed to avoid the follow-on. Paul Rifle doing a terrific job there for Australia, and he gets rid of Curtly Ambrose.
The partnership between Hooper and Chandapur of 172 and their individual efforts, the only highlight in a very dismal batting display by the visitors. From the time Hooper was dismissed, the West Indians lost an incredible 7 for 28 from just 74 deliveries to miss the follow-on target by a meagre 3 runs. All the bowlers did their bit, with Paul Rifle picking up 4 wickets, McGrath, Warne, Steve Waugh and Ricky Ponting claiming Jimmy Adams as his first Test wicket, all helping out with the ball. Steve Waugh's groin injury certainly was proving to be a worry. The follow-on wasn't enforced, and the Aussies, having to face 6 overs before stumps, got through okay, with the Aussie openers returning to the centre on day 4 with a lead of 210.
Well, it hooks it away beautifully. That's his strength. And they got short of the pull and hooked well, and that's a very good start there for Matthew Elliott. The first time he's produced that at Test level. Superb stroke.
Yes, that is a lovely shot. This is the most positive shot of the morning, and lovely executed hook shot. Just watch this. In fact, he pulled it away from just outside off stump.
Gone again. This is better. This could almost go for 6. One bounce over the rope. That's a better shot. It was quicker. He's beautifully into position. Smashed it away.
What a shot.
Bowling never really causes that many problems. So that will relieve some of the frustrations for Mark Taylor. Bowled him. Full delivery. Ian Bishop getting just a little bit of swing back into the left-hander. Matthew Elliott trying to force it away on the onside. Trying to force the pace, and that's the frustration that has built up on the Australians this morning. The West Indians have kept it tight between bat and pad and into the leg stump.
Now that is very reminiscent of Elliott's dismissal in Hobart. And Bishop has done it again. Quite interesting that, because he slipped it back inside bat and pad. It's 1 for 55.
High score of 96, which came in his first Test match innings. Kenny Benjamin replaces his captain.
And that one's pulled away nicely. He's got that one off the middle of the bat. It's running down towards the fence, and it's gone for 4. Ricky Ponting plays that shot very well too. That's a good shot. He's got onto that one. He's been trying to get that shot away for a while.
Kenny Bishop being a little expensive in the context of this innings where the West Indies are trying to contain Australia. So the plan should be to keep them up from around the wicket.
Got him. Yes, caught behind. He's really hit the cover of that one. It was fumbled by the wicketkeeper. But luckily for him, it bobbed straight up in the air. And Mark Taylor, trying to force the pace here, has eventually got himself out, caught behind.
Once again, the move around the wicket has paid off for the West Indies. Taylor trying to play that square drive. Not well taken by Courtney Brown. He got a lucky break when it popped straight up in the air. Took it easily at the second grab. Kenny Benjamin has struck. And Australia have lost their second wicket this morning with the total at 74.
Mark Taylor out for 36. Oh, just over the top of Gully. I think it was always going to go over his head. It was actually very well struck by Mark Waugh. It was a bouncy delivery outside off stump, and it went flying away over Gully for 4. Oh, down the leg side, and a big deflection there. Up they go. Ponting doesn't want to know, and he's given him out. I think Ponting looked nervously around down the leg side, and I suspect too that umpire Mitchley just paused on that one, see if he would go on his own, of his own accord. He didn't, and eventually he raised his finger, and that was the end of Ponting. See if we can pick up a deflection here.
Yes, there was certainly a deflection, and Courtney Brown got a good look at it because Ponting was playing outside of his pads. So Courtney Brown, once he got the finger up, gives it the pump of the old right hand. So Ricky Ponting has gone. The Australians have lost 3 wickets in this session.
Oh, and he's hit that one beautifully. Well, that's the first one he's really struck, and he would have enjoyed that one no end. There's been a fair bit of discussion about the ability of Michael Bevan to handle the short pitch bowling, and I can tell you what, she enjoyed it as well.
But he sometimes gets squared up and is playing with an open face bat.
It's in the air. This is going to be out. He's got him. Yes, he's gone straight into the gap down there, and it's been very nicely taken. Well, Ambrose, as we thought, was not going to give it up there, and he had a go at that one. It hit the top edge of the bat and went spooning up in the air, and a good catch made down at backward square leg. Well, that's a pretty disappointed Bevan. Griffith, the man who did the catching down there, you could see him duck his head down, take his eye right off the ball as that one went up. And actually, at the end of the day, the substitute fieldsman Griffith took a very good catch.
Michael Bevan, and it's 4 for 137.
Well, it has brought up his 50, but not a very convincing stroke. He fought for it, Mark Waugh, fought for that half century, and he has gotten it.
So Bishop, 2 for 30, his figures to Healy. He's hit that one straight through cover. Beautiful shot. That'll go all the way for 4. Lovely cover drive. Lovely way to start this afternoon session.
Really was a terrible ball. Obviously, Ian Bishop hasn't warmed up in the dressing room. He just ambled in and just put that on a good length, and Healy punched it through mid off. Great shot.
That's out, caught behind, a really wide delivery, huge nick on that. I can't believe he's not going to give that out. That is abs. Of course he's out. Goodness sake. I don't know why you've got to wait all day. Big nick like that, give it out. Let's get on with it.
Well, as a South African umpire, maybe his reflexes are a bit slow, but goodness gracious, you can hear the nick from here, and the players, they couldn't believe it. And finally, the umpire, Cyril Mitchley, put his hand up, and Mark Waugh departs. He's out for 57. Very wide delivery, just got a big nick on it, straight to the keeper, regulation out. And all of a sudden, the umpire stands there for what appeared to be about 3 seconds before the finger finally went up. And that's not good umpiring. A long, long time. 5 for 189. He's deserved 3 wickets, Ian Bishop. He's bowled pretty well. That was a wide delivery, but he has got the ball to move away a bit to the right-hander, so...
well played. He's got it away, and it's gone to the defence for 4. Well, it was right off the meat of the bat, went flying down to third man. Ambrose down there. He couldn't stop it. He got one hand to it, but that was about it. That's a good shot too. Beautifully driven through the offside. That'll go all the way as well. Ambrose was at mid-off. He took 2 yards to his left and gave it away.
This will help Mark Taylor make up his mind. He's doing a great job, Healy.
And that one played away into the covers again. They'll get one here. Oh, he wants to, and this is going to be a run out. He's got himself in terrible strife. That's out, and it's probably going to be the end of the innings too. That was silly running by Rifle. Yes, and it looks as if Mark Taylor's going to bring them in. Yes, he's trying to get the attention of Ian Healy. I think Healy's about to spot him. He has, and he's now heading off the ground.
Well, Mark Taylor called a close to the Australian innings 20 minutes after tea, with Mark Waugh top scoring with 57. Mark Taylor got 36, with the bowlers unable to find a way to dislodge Ian Healy in either innings. He got 45 quick runs for the total. Ian Bishop picked up 3 wickets in a generally lacklustre bowling performance as the Windies tried to slow down the over rate. So a history-making target of 420 runs to win in a day and a bit for the West Indies off a minimum of 119 overs.
Shot. That's beautifully played. Nothing too flamboyant about it. He just helped her on its way. Shane Warne to come on. He's going to bowl from the Stanley Street end.
As that one is smashed away down to deep mid-wicket, it's going to go all the way, is it? Not quite. In fact, they're having a look down there to see whether it's in fact carried.
Hitting with the spin. That's a beautiful shot from the left-hander. With the spin, straight after the drinks break, and that's well hit. And that's gone all the way. Gone again. Could be out. Good. There comes Switz is getting back. He should catch this. Dropped it! Went straight through his hands. What a let-off for West Indies. In fact, it's Rifle down there. He's normally got a good pair of hands. Got back, and that was really a sitter. Oh, he missed time, has he? They're asking a bit quick. He's gone. Caught by Taylor. So an eventful over. Bit of bat pad there, Samuel squeezing it out. Warren breaks through. It's 1 for 54.
Yes, no doubt there. It's definitely a big nick. It then went up in the air, and Taylor made the catch at slip. Just have another look at this now. You'll see the ball here. I think he comes in, hits his pad, and then it hits the shoulder of the bat. Up she goes, and Taylor makes the catch. A considered decision there by umpire Randall. Up goes his finger, and so that's the end of Samuel's. Caught at slip for 29, and the Australians are now, the West Indians are now 1 for 54.
Oh, yeah, was that? What a ripper. Like Garfield said, was he got that big back lift going, and he slashed that away forward a point. Superb stroke.
Loves that pull shot, and he plays it extremely well. Only able to do so because of his footwork. It's 1 for 89.
The Windies got through to stumps with the loss of only Robert Samuels for 29 and Lara and Campbell on 29 and 28 respectively, with Lara looking very menacing. The equation was fairly simple at the start of day 5. The West Indies needed 331 runs to win in 6 hours, and with Lara there they had every chance of pulling it off. All was set for an enthralling day's play.
Time will go all the way. That was a wide delivery, looking for the rough, and he hits the cover drive perfectly. That's the danger for the left-hander too, but such is the class of this man. He got to the pitch, it was wide, races away for 4.
That's well played. There's no one at third man, and that'll go all the way for 4. Well, he's been patiently waiting for the loose delivery. That one was short outside off stump, but it was beautifully played by Sherwin Campbell. He moves on to 39. In the air, got him, yes, he's out. Lara is holed out. That's good bowling by Rifle. Fed him outside off stump, try to encourage him to drive. This is a huge breakthrough for the Australians, and what a good catch too. That ball was flying in the direction of slip. This is a big blow. Lara out, caught slip off the bowling of Rifle. So Mark Waugh once again catching a beauty.
That was a very good catch. That ball got down there very quickly indeed. And Mark Waugh, very safe hands. Good delivery from Paul Rifle, pushing it across the body of Brian Lara, encouraging the drive, good length, good line, and a wicket for Australia. It's 2 for 118.
And it is now going to be Kasperwitz to bowl at the Vulture Street end.
That brings up to 50 for Sherwin Campbell. He's played 20 test matches. This is his 7th 50. He has 1 century to his name. Michael Bevan will get a chance to bowl a few overs of left arm wrist spin. In the air, full toss first up. Carl Hooper's prone to hit the ball in the air and has often played some loose shots to be dismissed in test cricket, but this time he picks the gap. That could be a bit of trouble. That's out. That's a very, very ordinary shot by Carl Hooper. Just tried to tuck the ball around the corner, and the move has worked for Mark Taylor. Brought about more by some loose batting than a particularly good delivery.
Well, that's exactly what Mark Taylor was bargaining for. Less reputation for Michael Bevan. Carl Hooper looking to be a little bit more aggressive than against Shane Warne and the wicket. Exactly what they wanted, the Australians.
Well, that one's gone down to the fence. No ball called, and he's got it away into the gap between slip and gully. Ball in. He's dragged it back onto the stumps. Well, it's worked. He's gone round the wicket, and they have decided to try and drag him out yet again. This time, he was there just a little bit early. Did it move back off the wicket? Well, we'll soon find out. But one way or the other, he's got a little inside edge onto that one, and it shattered the stumps.
Well, good thinking here from Glenn McGrath. Always bowls with a plan in mind, McGrath. That's why things tend to happen when he is bowling. Good breakthrough. Chanderpaul is gone for 14. West Indies 4 for 187.
Bevan full toss, cracked straight to cover and misfielded. Shane Warne, probably a bad bouncer. He's normally a good field, but it went through his hands. Positive cover drive from Sherwin Campbell. Big shout there. That's close. He's got him, yes. That's a pretty good decision. That would be the top spinner. Come on, Jimmy Adams. Not happy, but that looked to me to be very, very close. Pushing forward to the popping crease at Middlewee. You'll probably find that pitched and went straight on. Actually, it spun a bit. So that was a very courageous decision found by Steve Randell. If it had been the flip, it would have been much closer. He's out for 2. It's 5 for 202.
Now here's Bevan. And he is quite useful. Doesn't do much bowling at the moment, but he's pretty good in situations of this kind where the captain wants a wicket. He spins the ball both ways, and he's fairly deceptive with his wrong-un. And that will be 4. As 12 came from that over, that might hasten the new ball along. It's 5 for 231. Rifle has the newie. It's a no ball, but he wouldn't have picked up the call. He's just given it some fearful hammer. Now Glenn McGrath from the Vulture Street end. That's problems for the West Indies. That's a loose stroke. It's well bowled by McGrath because he got it up to a position where the batsman couldn't possibly control it. No way in the world Courtney Brown could have controlled that stroke. There's every chance it would have skewed away off an edge. In fact, it went from edge or glove straight into Healy's hands.
Well, for the West Indies to win, they need a further 178. That equation, the winning equation, went out the window when Paul Rifle got rid of Lara in the first session. Now Campbell needs 3 for 100, and this should be it. And it's well run and very well played. Sherwin Campbell with his second Test 100 first against Australia, and that goes with his 208 that he made against New Zealand. Tremendous knock. Well, I think Ian Bishop, who's on strike at the moment, could do his team a favour if he can take most of the bowling in the next 6 minutes. Played that shot beautifully. Played it like a former opening batsman. Oh, and that one's even better. Magnificent shot from Ian Bishop.
Big shout this time. I think he got in. He walks, so Bishop walks. That's unusual at test level these days. He walks, and it's a big breakthrough once again by Michael Bevan.
Once again, it's the extra bit of bounce that Michael Bevan produces, which brings about the fall of Ian Bishop's wicket. He rips it over, just short, and it leaps off the wicket, straight off the gloves. Ricky Ponting had no doubt. All those close to the wicket, even umpire Cyril Mitchley was happy. I think he didn't have to bother putting his finger up. Michael Bevan fans are in heaven. 7 for 281.
It's gone. That's a good shot. He's hit that away to deep mid-wicket. It's on the onside. One bounce over the fence for 4. This is McGrath again round the wicket. That's him. He's gone. Well, that was a short delivery just outside off stump. It got a little bit big on him. He followed it. He really should have been letting it go. And the deflection there going straight into the slip cordon. Ambrose out caught off the bowling of Glenn McGrath. This is it again. Have a look.
Glenn McGrath has tried everything here. He attempted the bounce that came in towards Ambrose. It went a bit offline down the leg side. Then the Yorker, and then the bounce that is drifting away from his body. Curtly Ambrose just sparring at it and pushing it into that slip corner. West Indies are now 8 for 293.
Mark Taylor has decided to switch Bevan around. Oh, the big appeal, and he's got him out, LBW. Well, that's the end of a marathon knock. And what's more, a very, very good one at that. Once again, Bevan has struck LBW, and this innings by Campbell has come to an end.
Very good knock by Sherwin Campbell, but Michael Bevan, he pushes the ball through a lot quicker than people think, and that was a quick delivery. Hit him plumb in front. There's no question about that one. Sherwin Campbell, brilliant innings, but Michael Bevan and the Australian team are rejoicing. They know the end is very, very near.
And that's got to be very close. Yes, that's the finish. Glenn McGrath has done it in style with his late swinging Yorker. He produces some good ones to get rid of the tail enders. And on this occasion, it's Kenny Benjamin who goes. Courtney Walsh strolls down the pitch to shake hands with Mark Taylor and congratulate the Australian team on their first Test victory.
So a very excited Aussie camp ran out winners by an imposing 123 runs to take an all-important 1-0 lead in the series. For the visitors, opener Sherwin Campbell played the knock of his life to score 113 with support late in the innings from Courtney Brown and Ian Bishop. Once Bevan dismissed Bishop, however, the innings again capitulated and they lost 4 for 15. For the bowlers, Glenn McGrath took 4 for 60, although the match-turning performance came from Michael Bevan, who took a career best 3 for 46. The man of the match, though, was of course Ian Healy.